Mm. Hey guys, welcome back to Umineko. Been a couple days, I think, since I played last. I'm in the mood to play a little bit for a little while. Come now, it's okay. Let's hurry. I hope Father likes sweet foods. Oh yes, he does. He likes them. In fact, he seems to enjoy eating pretty much anything. Oh. After waiting for the master of the room to be out, Byato and Kumasawa entered the study. Then they quickly cleaned up the books on the desk, set down the breakfast they brought there, and opened up. Inside were several cute cookies cut out in a butterfly shape. They set out a pretty plate and neatly arranged the cookies on it. It was a kind of subtle consciousness that touched that they recipients. I know how to say this word. Just get blah, whatever. Was likely to even notice. The whole arrangement was filled with that sort of thing. I see you spared no efforts for the sake of your beloved father. This is the most I'm allowed to do right now. To think that I would give Battler cookies, why should I relive that night do so much for a guest who comes so rarely? Then the study door swung violently open. It was Battler with Genji by his side. Battler's eyes went wide for a second when he saw Bito there, but his expression quickly went blank again. What are you doing here? Father, please excuse me. I didn't come here to get in the way of your important gang. How were you able to get in here? Where is this room locked? My apologies. They wanted to surprise you with a gift, so I lent them a key. See, have a look. Beatrice, someone baked these cookies with dollars, so hoping that you would enjoy them. Kumasawa-san and Genji-san taught me how. I never knew Genji-san was so good at baking cookies. Oh, he hasn't done that much of late, but long ago, Genji-san cooked all sorts of things. He was especially good with sweets. Cookies? Yes. It's a gift for you, Father. I sincerely pray for your victory in this important match. Battler looked at the plate of the study desk that was piled up with beautiful cookies, and a message card of encouragement lay next to it, and his face twisted with a complex expression which might have been one of sadness and might have been one of hatred. Master, Genji urged him to consider laying some words of gratitude to Byato. Battler understood anyone would be pleased to receive an act of kindness like this, even though he understood it logically. He couldn't help but give a small, expectorated sigh. Thank you, I'm very grateful. However, I don't like sweets. Please take it away. Master. Don't make me say the same thing again. Clean it up and take it away. Master, couldn't you just try one bite? Beatrice, someone worked hard to make them for your sake. I appreciate the sentiment. I'm in the middle of a vital game right now. This is the final game, and it's vital for both me and Bito as well, so please, don't mess with my heart any more than is necessary. That's just too sad for her. I'm glad that you're grateful for her feelings, but can't you show it by taking just one little bite? Father, Bito looked at Battler sadly. Battler hung his head to avoid her gaze. The expression of his face caused Bito more pain than he had shown her before. Kumasawa, please clean this up and take it away. Master. Kumasawa clung to Battler, but he turned his back to her. My apologies. Let's clean this up, Kumasawa-san. I won't allow it by making this gift Beatrice something. I give it to her. I'll try and support you in the only way she could. To tell her to take it away without eating about yourself. How can you trifle with a woman so? Kumasawa, if you call yourself a man, you should at least try to bite when a woman makes you a handmade snack. If you truly intend to crush a woman's feelings like this, I, Kumasawa, will not back down even if it kills me. No, I won't. Kumasawa-san, you've done enough for me already. I won't allow it, Master. Do you think they're poisoned or something? Yeah, if Bito ever came to give me cookies, of course I figured that she put some kind of crazy poison in them. And she's asking me if I could just poison these. Who would expect the cookies piled up in such a neat and cute way could possibly have something bizarre hidden inside them? And anyway, who could possibly imagine Bito making something like this? Because of that, Battler could have bared to look at Bito's innocent reaction, which was completely free from any malicious thoughts like simply poison to cookies. Bito quietly started to clean up. Every now and then she sniffled. Kumasawa continued to glare at Battler, but then she gave a small sigh and helped Bito clean up. However, the hardness didn't disappear from her expression. My apologies, Father. Please excuse me. Don't call me that. Don't call me father. Bito never called me that. Yes, as you wish. My apologies. Hanging her head so low that her chin touched her chest, Bito hurried out of the study. After giving Battler a look, Kubasawa chased after her. Kubasawa threw the door open a bit violently as the footsteps of the pair rapidly disappeared off into the distance. I may be his little sister, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. If she were any other than Bito, you think of him as a true enemy of women, isn't it? I don't have a clue why Oni-chan and Bito act so friendly together. Right now, I think of Bito as our greatest enemy, the one we must defeat. Still, even so, as a woman, I can say I like how Oni-chan's treating her. And yet, I can understand Battler's feelings a little too. What a sad state of affairs. I still don't understand what kind of antagonism or connection there was between them. However, Oni-chan probably viewed Bito as a friendly rival, not something more. Oni-chan's reason for defeating Bito isn't to destroy an enemy out of hatred. It feels like he wants to give a sincere answer to her questions. Yes, I can't deny the fact that their fight isn't based on hatred, but on a stronger emotion. And on top of that, Bito really is that they remain dedicated to Oni-chan all the more even after being treated so coldly. I agree with the other older sister, Beatrice. I can't understand why she's so dedicated to Oni-chan. And though it will probably happen after changing over 1,000 years, that single factor that you don't understand will certainly be inherited by the Golden Witch Beatrice we know so well. Yeah, I understand that. Learning about this is Bito will eventually teach us something about that Bito, and then maybe be able to explain the greatest piece in this crazy game, if not the game board itself. Such a mysterious witch. Though she said those words, Featherin wore a confident smile on her face. Her sarcastic confidence, as though she already knew the answer, was unchanged. Beatrice, I want to ask you something. Yes, what would you like to know, Ange-san? When Ange asked her a question, Bito, who had been reading a fragment book in the shadows of the library, jumped. Why do you call Ushirami Battler father? Because he created the piece that I am. In that case, why are you so dedicated to Ushirami Battler? Is there some rule that piece must obey the creator that makes them? There is no such rule. A piece is like a tool, or perhaps a knife. When used skillfully by the game master, they can be quite useful. However, if you use them incorrectly, they can hurt you as well. Whether a tool is used as a tool or a weapon has nothing to do with the tool's own will. It is merely the result. In that case, why are you so dedicated to Oni-chan? It's almost as though that's your goal as a piece. Yes, it's the goal that gave birth to me. Did Oni-chan, the one who gave birth to you, give you that goal? That's not it. As the Game Master, Battler merely set a piece with that role on the board. Also, the one who gave birth to this piece was the first Game Master and the one who created this game, Beatrice herself. This is getting confusing. In other words, you keep calling Oni-chan father, but he's not actually your father. You're just calling him that affectionately because you feel obligated to devote yourself to him. Yes, I think that's true. Father was the only placed me on the game board. If he had it, my piece would never have had a turn. So the fact that I exist here right now and I'm able to devote myself to my goal is all thanks to Father. I see, so that's why it makes sense for you to call him Father. In that case, who told you to devote yourself to Oni-chan? That must have been the first Game Master Bito herself. This is so confusing. You wish to ask her why she must devote herself to Ushirami Battler, correct? However, she could not give you that answer. She was given nothing but the goal itself. Only the person who gave her that goal knows the reason for which they did so. I see, consider that as well, child of man, right? So that means you already have an idea that you're laughing at my confusion. You really are just perfect for my Miko. I will do anything for her. My existence will bring Father happiness. That is my greatest pleasure. And at that point, Bito hesitated. And what? Yes, and if I could one day have Father acknowledge my efforts, it would be my greatest joy. What the hell? If you only want to devote yourself to him, I say you're just another furniture of the witch, but you want him to acknowledge your efforts? That's less like furniture, more like... And stop mid-sentence. You're just a girl who loves Oni-chan. I don't get it. The driving force behind this Bito is that of a girl who adores Oni-chan. But then what does that make her? If the first Bito liked Oni-chan, then she should have adored him and devoted herself to him directly. Why would she create a piece of herself, a separate entity, to do it? As it stands, even if she does attract any chance attention, it will be towards the piece version of herself, not the creator who made that piece. If I ever like someone, I probably want to do things for them, but of course I want to do those things myself. After all, I would want him to notice me. It's a love that will always go unrewarded, no matter how devoted she is. And as she's doing this out of her own free will, Beetle's actions look no different from those of an average girl in love. She's devotedly doing all that she can for him, dreaming that her kindness will eventually be acknowledged. Why would Beetle create a piece like this? Maybe putting it in a romantic term is a bit too confusing. Let's try using food as an example. This would be pointless as creating a piece to eat food for you. No matter how much food your piece eats on your behalf, you won't get any less hungry, right? You're the one who wants to eat. There's no reason to have a piece that do that in your place. For most jobs in this world, you can get someone else to do it for you. However, with love and food alone, there can never be any point to letting another person do it in your place. That's right. This Beetle was created as a piece because of an impossible reason. Though at a glance she looks just like a normal girl, the more I know about her, the less I understand. Like she's an imaginary number. Father hates it when I call him Father, and the maid that Father desires didn't call him by that name either. Right, the informer you spoke to everyone without even using honorifics. However, simply possessing that knowledge doesn't mean I can refer to Father quite that informally. I like to give it my all, start by calling him Battler's son. I'm surprised you haven't gotten discouraged after being treated so coldly. No, Battler's son is in the middle of an important game right now. His opponent is the formidable Lady Erica, a piece of the great Lady Birkenstow. It's so surprised that he was in a bad mood, and I stepped in at a delicate moment in his game just as it was starting to reach a critical point. And he called him by that name he doesn't want to be was one to hear. Apparently, Beetle still wanted to devote herself to Battler even after being treated in such a cold manner. Though to an outsider, it might just look like as though she's been snubbed. It doesn't faze her at all. It is truly the blindness of a girl in love. Or is it that I can't see because I have no love? At times, love does let you see the unseeable. Beetle once again immersed herself in the fragment book that the former Beetle had written. She was trying to find something about the Beetle that Battler desired, and shrugged as though saying, well, I don't get it. Feather and laughed as when she saw this, hinting that an innocent young woman could never understand. And she grumbled something back unhappily. Their exchange seemed to have no effect whatsoever on Beetle as she sat in the shadows of the library. Okay, I'm gonna take a few minute break here. Okay, I'm back. After chasing all the others out, only Battler remained in the study. There was no color in this dimly lit room. However, for just a short time that the plate of cookies had been placed there, the room had seemed at least a little cheery. Battler's gaze drifted over to the table, which no longer had anything on it. When he did, the cookie plate that had been there until a second ago was revived. However, it was an illusion. Though the cookies could be looked at that, they could not be touched, much less eaten. If Battler wished, she could make it possible to touch them or eat them, but it would be an empty sensation. It would only give the touch and taste that Battler desired. He no longer had any way of knowing what kind of cookies they'd been. On the reception sofa, across from Battler, a cloud of gold butterflies slowly gathered and took the form of old Beato. Come on, take a bite. Well, have a bite. It's not every day that I make these by hand. Have no fear. I'm confident in how well it turned out. Hearing that from my lady makes them all the more dubious. Seriously, any cookies you made would obviously have some kind of strange poison in them. How shocking that you should think so. Even if I did put something in it, it'd be no worse than I kind of does this and that to your other thing. If you do that sort of thing a long time, Battler will never agree to eat them. Well, putting things to someone's food is pretty basic. Consider fingernails, bits of hair, magic charms, fragments of love. What would you put it? People put in it. Yes, ma'am. I won't put anything in them. I just eat them all myself. Obviously, do you have to be so predictable? Well, they say a girl's gonna grab all 3 sacks. The first one's the stomach, right? Next comes the wallet, and the third one, kid. If I could catch your guys' attention, I want to make him sacrifice his body, heart, and soul to me. That's why I pour all my power and affection into my cooking. In any event, making someone eat your food is probably a frontal attack that's gone unchanged throughout the ages. Ridiculous. How pathetic to think that you could have grasped a single man's heart without relying on such simple tricks. Oh? Are you saying you succeeded at grasping a man's heart, Onisama? Battler, there's nothing weird in it, so have a bite. Do you think you'll ever get a chance to eat my cookies again? There probably won't be another chance. I slowly stretched out my hand out to the illusion of the cookie plate and touched it. Just before I did, it became a cloud of gold butterflies and vanished into the darkness of the study. The illusions of Rodolph and Virgilia also disappeared. However, the illusion of Beto alone still remained on the sofa. Is there something not to your liking? Are you trying to force me to say it out loud? The more the new me differs from the form you wish for, the more you're reminded that I can never be revived again, correct? If you let a good woman get away, you never get a second chance. So only now you finally realized what a good woman I was. Shut up. If you never appear again, I'd be relieved. Beto lay sprawled on the sofa. I looked up at the ceiling. Battler also turned his back and moved to the window. For a while there was silence. I imagine you understand, but I do understand. The me you were expecting has already disappeared. I know. Even though that Beto is you, without a doubt, she's different to me than the old you. And I can say with certainty that you'll never revive again. My soul, femininity, sparkling personality, and the splendid character has cultivated over 1,000 years spent as a witch. Unless an exactly identical 1,000 years is traversed, nothing can become me. And so at that moment, you decided to create me. My personal history was different. Yeah, and that damn Burgerstone's already guaranteed that you'll never revive. However, you still hope for it, don't you? One day the new me will trip and land on their head, and all the memories of the past will be restored. You were hoping for something like that, weren't you? Yeah, a delusional plot like that wouldn't even pass in a light novel these days. Shut up. In the past, you waited and waited for me to remember and take notice. Then what is it? Does this mean our relationship is exactly the opposite of how it once was? Well, the times when they continued the game, believing that you would eventually notice and remember that a miracle would occur. However, how did it feel? How did it feel that when you were playing with me? As they say, look inside your own heart. It hurts. If only she did look so much like you, I would have kept my cool a little better. Well, do as you wish. In the past, I toyed with you and tormented you. Now is your chance for revenge against me. The newbie will just wander about nervously, ignorant of everything. You may boil or burn her as you see fit. Perhaps doing so will ease your old hatred. I would, if it was you, it'd probably make me feel a lot better. But that Beto isn't you. If it isn't me, who is it? It's someone very much like you, but not you. But even so, she most certainly is me. True, she is you. At the same time, she's a different person. In that case, the new me really has it rough. She's being treated like a plaything in my place. Hell, truly pitiable. That might be the contradiction inside me. The new Beato seems like a different person, so I can accept her, even though I know she's a different person. She keeps reminding me of Beato's face. In that case, why not think of her as my daughter? Your daughter? She does share my blood, so consider her a daughter that closely resembles me. After all, she is my double, but hasn't lived 1,000 years, so calling her that is not incongruous, I guess. True. Imagine that I have died and left behind a daughter and entrusted her to you. You won't it become a little easier to deal with her that way? That's actually a good analogy. It's unlike you. Do not jest as my daughter. She is a child I left behind after my death. You are free to press my likeness upon her. You may also let her loose your pent-up resentment on her in my place, making her bear my sins and torturing her as you please, but call me a grudge. If that doesn't match your taste, you can also guide her down the right path so that she does not end up on the inhumane road that I have tread. She was made to devote herself to you since the moment of her birth. If you wish, you can mold her into any shape you desire. After 1,000 years of miracle, she might even become me. So I could even strip her neck and drag her around with a chain like he did me once. Yes, at this point, a greater humiliation would be possible. So she is your double and your daughter. Yes, she is exactly the same person, the same beast, which was created once more by the rule called Beatrice. However, when I'm unable to accept it that way, I can think of her as Beetle's daughter, finding a clear guidepost for how to interact with her and smooth the uncertainty in my heart. Finally, I understand how cruel I was to her then. My tears poured up to the ground when I followed them with my eyes. I noticed that a white business card had fallen to the floor. It was the message card that adorned those cookies. I rushed her, telling her to clean up and leave right away, which was probably why it had fallen to the floor unnoticed. I picked it up and read the message on it. It was extremely short, pure, and sincere. It was so clear that I should be able to read it. However, it was blurred with tears and I couldn't see anything. The flood of light and sound slowly dissipated. The silence that followed was not interrupted by even by the sound of the wind and rain outside that had once been present. Both Jessica and George timidly opened their eyes. Where in the world is this? It was a strange room they had never seen before. It looked like a Western-style smoking room. Its furnishings were stylish and expensive. It felt like the room was some dignified person. There was a set of black tea on a table as well as a chessboard which seemed to be halfway through a game. However, there was something strangely out of place. The black and white checkerboard with powder made it feel like chess, but it looked like very similar yet totally different game that no one knew of. It's similar to how both looked like chess and not like chess. The furnishings of this room, no, the room itself, though it seemed like a Western smoking room, it also felt like something completely different. Just where is this place? Jessica Shannon and Shannon, where's Shannon? I'm right here, George Sama. I am here, my lady George Sama. We apologize for bringing you to a place like this. What on earth is going on? Just when Shannon took us on the like a butterfly wing and it started shining. The same thing happened to me. Ken and took his golden butterfly brooch thing and it started sparkling. And my lady George Sama, first of all, please allow us to apologize and please stay calm. Something strange is about to happen. That strange thing will probably test us. Test us? Do you mean that trial you were just talking about that we had to be overcome if we wanted to be together? Is that it? A trial? I haven't explained it to you yet, my lady. My apologies. But please, if your word is just a second ago were the truth, please let me your strength. I will give it everything I've got, so please. I don't understand the thing that's happening right now. Do you know something, George D's son, a bit? I'm just as surprised as you by what's happening now. However, they're saying that this is an inevitable trial and that we're essential for it. At least I intend to take on whatever may come. A trial? Ken and Khan of brooch. Yes. The two of them brought the halves of the good butterfly brooch closer to each other. As they grew closer, the strength of their bright yellow radiance increased. Jessica, I want you to prepare your heart as well. Am I already prepared? What do you mean? I don't have a clue. What the hell is going on? It's a trial. A test for a pair of those who love each other. Huh? George spoke these awkward seeming words quickly and easily. It was such an embarrassing line that Jessica couldn't help turning red. But the expression on George's face, which was so serious that it was almost grim, forced her to tense up as well. As Shannon and Kenan were just as serious, with a glow in their eyes, so they were taking part in a sacred duel. The pair of them brought the two cool butterfly wings together. The wings that held became a single brooch and regained their magical power. An even more intense light filled the room, and the scene was burnt to the retinas of all present. As the brooch shattered, the two shining things flew out of it. People live for the sake of love. Yes, this world is love itself. Oh, how great is the power of love. Love is everything there is. Suddenly, the voices of two people they had never heard before rang out. What was it? Who were they? George and Jessica nervously opened their eyes. When they did, they saw two demons that appeared there, almost as though the two halves of the brooch had become them. Hey, that's weird, Furfur. What are we doing in a place like this? It really is strange, Sapar. There's no one but humans and furniture here. Where's the witch? Where is the witch capable of summoning us? Yes, we remember the name of the witch on the contract really well, don't we? Let's try calling it out for. Yes, you're right, Zippar. We know the name of the witch of the contract, the Golden Witch. Then let's try calling her. Beatrice! Considering their exaggerated theatrical manner and their slightly comical style of talking, it'd probably be hard to comprehend their great power at this point. When the two demons called Beatrice's name, a cycle of gold butterflies picked up throughout the room. They took the form of two golden witches. Oh, there are two Beatrices. Well, there are two of us as well. Why should there be two Beatrices every now and then? This is my double and my little sister. We two are the same and as a single person. I'm pleased to meet you. It has been a long time, Beatrice-sama. Am I dreaming? I feel the same. Still, it's too early to get dumbfounded, and like Jessica, George had to maintain his composure even during the bizarre scene. After all, Shannon already told him what would happen next. Demons of the contract, it's been too long. Zipar, you two for a long time no see. You seem to be in high spirits as always. But what a cute little sister you have. I'll bet those teary juicy eyes taste like white peaches. Well, I wonder. Zipar and Prefer latched on to Beto from either side, wearing strange smiles. Each movement they made was exaggerated yet polished, as though they were acting out of play. Leave it at that for now, demons of the contract. To think that tonight will be the last night we see that mischievous spirit. It will be dearly missed. As the last time, the brochure vessel had already been destroyed. In other words, our role is finished after this. Oh yes, it's been fun, Beatrice. However, it was decided that when the contract was made, it was decided that we must lend our power one more time before our final farewell. So this is truly the final miracle. But once is enough for the miracle of love. After all, eternal love will never be needed as a second time. There you have it, lovers. Those gathered here have been cursed to unfulfilled love unless a miracle occurs. Your last chance is the power of the golden butterfly brooch, which can grant such a miracle. And like it or not, this chance is limited to this evening. This miracle can be only given to a single pair. I won't lose. Yeah, let's both give it our all. Shannon and Kenan exchanged serious gazes. Both had already readied themselves to fight for the stick of their love. I don't really get it, but I don't want to borrow the powers of strange demon. Jessica's finally starting to figure this place out. These demons are probably planning to hit her and Kenan against George and Shannon. Let me be clear, this is none of your business. Kenan and I can handle our relationship by ourselves. I shouldn't have to put myself in the depth of some bizarre demons. Little lady, please listen. If we don't overcome this trial, we cannot be together. Jessica, accept it. This is the only trial that could possibly be imposed on upstart furniture, wishing to be joined with the human. More of this stuff about furniture and humans don't butt in. This has nothing to do with us. You still haven't told milady? I didn't know how I should explain it. Kenan Shannon and you, George, Nizam, why are you listening to these creeps? No one can stand in the way of our person's love. Why do we have to please these demons? It's none of their business. Well, it seems that we have quite a troublesome blockhead among us. We could be getting a game like this, but that would hardly be fair. Couldn't you try to explain it for her? I don't understand that well myself. Is there some kind of problem with the love between Jessica's son and Kenan's son? Oh my, it seems you and the others understand nothing at all. With our blessings, the pair can cultivate their love at their leisure. No need to worry about suspicious demons. However, without our blessing, your love will vanish, disappear, wither and decay. How the hell are you so sure? Because that is fate. You are free to choose not to accept it, free to choose not to resist it. Oh, and what happens if you choose not to resist it? That love will end, but perhaps an abstract explanation isn't so convincing. Well, no, how can one explain the dead end fate you're in? Are you sure me and Jessica, a future share between the two of you would be far more grim than you realize. If you don't get a miracle and magic, disaster will most certainly befall you. Then it will cover you, fester within, and split the two of you apart. Even I will not be so boorish as to describe the details of that process. However, don't believe Jessica, I will tell you how it ends. Kenan will stop being a servant and will leave the island for all eternity. You will probably leave the island yourself in search of the one you love, but such a venture will doubtlessly be in vain. Yes, and you will mourn and hate. Hate who? You. Me. No, the you of this moment. With a dramatic gesture, two of them pointed at Jessica. They were saying that she left, the person left with regrets would be Jessica herself. What the hell are you saying? When you lost someone you love, you'll realize how much you hate the person you are when you ran away from the child to complete that love. Yes, we are messengers from the you of the future. Please, at this very moment, take your love seriously and fight. And if you don't listen to the messages of the you in the future, the foolish thing you need to tell will keep on gulping. The endless cycle of suffering will swallow you up and you will simply vanish. What the hell are you talking about? Jessica's confusion showed on her face's anger. However, a memory that she heard a long time ago welled up in the back of her mind. Unlike Nissan, I now plan on working here for many years. After just a few years, or possibly, if Nissan ever decides to stop working here, I think I'll stop working too. Ken and Kun. If you give up on that miracle and magic and hand over to Shannon and George, they will be joined and will leave the island. Following that, Ken will leave the island as well. That is fate and unavoidable. Then what if they get obtained the miracle of magic? Of course, Ken will remain on the island by Jessica's side for all time. He will probably start learning music with Jessica as she desires. How their relationship will progress afterwards is a matter for the two lovers. They can deepen their relationship slowly all by themselves as Jessica wanted. However, if that happens, George and I will not be joined. Fate demands that we fight, putting our happiness and futures on the line. Are you kidding me? What the hell? So if we are joined, the other pair will split apart? What kind of demon's game is this? Don't be mistaken, you will not be taking something from each other. Without the power of the golden butterfly, virtually their love is fated to bear fruit. And who the hell decides that? It's due to your set of falling in love with furniture which is not allowed to love. Dedicated and clearly reject you saying that furniture is not qualified to love, knowing that you choose Ketten as the one you love. I won't let you get away with saying you didn't know. Though she could accept the name of it, Jessica was unable to argue back. Then George spoke up with that soft tone that he always used to smooth things over. However, this especially was still overly serious. Jessica Shannon, can't think of it this way. Think of it what way? I love Shannon. I am prepared to overcome all trials and obstacles that stand in the way of us being together. What about you? Well, I'm not so weak that I lose heart that easily. Yes, that's exactly this way we're being tested to see who can display the strength of our feelings more strongly. Are you saying that you could actually support this crazy plan of theirs? It doesn't matter whether I support it or not. When I gave Shannon an engagement ring, I swore to fight all trials and barriers that stand in my way. No matter how unreasonable or incomprehensible these trials might be, I cannot choose to avoid them. George spoke clearly. They looked Jessica with a cold gaze. By now, Jessica almost understood. If she kept on grumbling and avoiding this demon's trial, the game between the two groups would automatically end with her by default. In other words, George and Shannon would win. Then they would gain the miracle of magic. Their love would be completed. And Jessica and Kenan would split apart, with the Kenan eventually leaving the island and never seeing her again. Nothing would make me happier than to see you step out of this trial. That way I wouldn't have to fight you. And that would show limits of your feelings for Kenan and Kun. It seemed as though George spoke ruthlessly, but he was actually being exceptionally fair. If Jessica lost by default, she would never be able to clear away her lingering regrets. That would leave a bad aftertaste for George as well. We must fight openly for that single miracle. Even if I lose at the end, I'll be able to accept it if we both give it our all, and because of that, I will be able to cheer on the victors from the bottom of my heart. George's determination is quite impressive. After hearing that, are you still going to run away? The two demons giggled and challenged her. Of course, George didn't laugh, but he still challenged her with cold eyes. And Shannon, please forgive me, my lady. I'm determined not to flinch in my resolve, even if I know that sticking to my feelings means ending your love. Shannon had never spoken to Jessica with such serious and solemn words. Jessica realized that with a strong will had dwelt within her usually weak and clumsy friend, and was surprised. Kenan Kun, I want to start a new life with you, my lady. Even if that life means crushing Nissan's happiness, I will not falter. Kenan was also doing all he could to restrain himself. Yes, all of them were being serious and frank and abandoning blah 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 blah. Oops. All of them were being serious and frank and abandoning any naivety they might have possessed. Okay, there we go. Although this about all this about golden butterfly brooches and miracles of magic is a trial that demons were giving them. None of that mattered. Only thing that mattered was being tested, whether or not they possessed the strong will to make their love come true. Jessica clenched her fists and hung her head shaking while biting her lower lip. She was silent, but she probably gave an unswerving will of steel before too long. She just needed a little time first. The two demons who taunted people with dramatic gestures did not follow like this silence, and Jessica needed to resolve herself. Love bringing about conflict that gave this conflict rise to determination. As the demons of love, they could understand more fully than others how noble that determination was. Jessica's son. Furthermore, this magical miracle is something that could be received by you as well. By me too? What do you mean? She had thought this had been about two pairs of lovers. Peter was surprised at something here that this had something to do with her as well. With the miracle of the golden butterfly brooch, even your wish that your affection for a battler would be acknowledged could be granted easily. And without such a miracle, you two could never be bound to him. It means you're no outsider to this either. To cut across the marches of love, that is your wish, is it not? Will you not make light of your wish? And when your relationship with Battler will eventually fester or not, no matter how much of a positive outlook you take, you know that this fate will eventually come to pass, bearing some kind of miracle. Well, Vito hung her head sadly. She hadn't wanted to lose heart from that cookie incident. However, it would have been a massive lie to say that it hadn't hurt her. The more she tried to get closer to Battler, the more she hurt him. However, she had been born in order to get close to Battler. She was like a hedgehog, freezing in the cold and bunching together for warmth. She had approached him because of love and had been hurt for it. If you weren't studying that much interest in your fate to a miracle might prove to be some interest. As they say, non-bought lottery ticket earns you nothing. Except our prefer, let my little sister join in too. Oh, of course. Welcome second, Beatrice. We were planning on including you from the very beginning. After all, we are a Zabar prefer, the demons of love. May I join in as well? If you want to, I don't see a problem. I won't prevent anyone from entering. We'll all win against all hindrances and make everyone celebrate our union. Of course, it's the same the other way around. If you succeed in love by beating us at our best, then both Shannon and I promise to sincerely support the pair that wins. Right, Shannon? Yes, we will not lose. And even if we did, we would cheer you on from the bottom of our hearts. I feel the same way. I will not lose. If there's no way out of this fight, let's show them what we've got. No matter what, Ken and I don't plan on losing. You feel the same, do you not? Yes. If there's a small chance of Father, I know that Battler's son will acknowledge me. I'm willing to put myself on the line. Well said. Good going, little sis. Separ, Fur, the actors have gathered. Let's begin, Fur. Yes, let's begin, Zepar. Let's begin the trial of lovers to fight over a single miracle of magic. Ooh, itchy. My foot itches. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be ending the video here. It's I know I've been doing a little bit shorter videos lately, but I got work in the morning and it's getting late. Lately on the weekends I haven't really been, up to recording, like a Monday night, because, I get off Tuesdays. I'm like, oh, hell, I just did a double shift at work. I'm tired. I just want to go home and lay down. So I end up half the time not recording on Monday night. So it's like Friday or Saturday night. I'm like, I just want to relax and just watch TV. Then when I do get in the mood to record, it's like this. So it's late and I got work in the morning. I don't have time to sit here and record an hour or two long videos. So anyways, guys, next time hopefully we'll find out who wins in love. See you guys next time.